Hi, welcome. This is gonna be another update video, and there can't be just enough update videos. It's basic knowledge, of course, how to update your system. And we have a playlist for it as well on the YouTube channel. So take a look at them, because every update gives us an opportunity to explain something. It's always different. I am on this system, so you see the reference. And the last time I booted this up was October 28th, it seems. Okay, so there we go. We have ArcoLinux 19.11.3, kernel 5.37. We're at 5.45 or 6 or something like that. And we need to update, and you see still here the bonsai thing. Now the bonsai thing, we've explained that, and it's actually pretty easy. It just so happens that we have also the word bonsai here. So if you just delete this thing, and later on with another update we'll get the bonsai tree in. So with a Ctrl-Alt-T, NeoFetch does not find the word bonsai, and that's fixed already. So that's that. The things to know on ArcoLinux, and we'll try to make a great page for it, and we're calling it a fast track page. But at this point in time, the fast track page is not yet here in our menu, but it is of course already on the system. What do I mean by system? I mean ArcoLinux.info. We have here this page, ArcoLinux fast track. So we'll put things on here that we believe are essential for you to get to get a fast track, to get fast in the learning of knowing how to achieve things on ArcoLinux. That's the idea, to make a page full of links and knowledge. So if you have suggestions, put them on Telegram, put them on Discord, and then we'll just make a long page with all the knowledge there. So that's not yet in, so the link in here is not yet there, but we haven't updated yet. So it's just an idea, I don't know, a few weeks old. So updating. Updating is knowing your aliases. We are ArcoLinux, we are based on it, and normally you should say, let's have a look, this one. Normally you say, let's update the system with this kind of code. So when you're in phase 5 and you're on ArcoLinux, that's what you type. This does not exist, that's also a typo, another typo, but this is the official one, update. So updating our system is interesting. Now if you want to learn, then maybe you do first a backup scal. Now backup scal is going to make a copy of your etc scal, and this one is from October 28, and etc scal is in here, etc scal. So when we update, and we will in a moment, when we update things, this will change, the content of the etc scal will change. But if you then do not use the command scal, which is going to copy paste everything over to the home directory, which is over here, which is the old scal, we have made a new scal alias. So a lot of things to do. Okay, so first of all, get to know backup scal. Backup scal, let's see what happens in our system. So this is the result of a backup scal. So when I type backup scal once more, we get a folder called scal backup 2019-12-23, right? And the contents of this here is now also here. The thing is, the idea is you can compare between versions. Now at this point in time, I haven't updated yet, so nothing has changed. Well, we could have a look already if something has changed with this compare button. So a few things have changed in the meantime, and Bash RC a little bit. So things in here they have changed. So upall is here, CB is here, the mirror things are here. So these are the changes between 2019 10/28 and today. So let's do an update. Now ArcoLinux is, well, ArcoLinux is based on ArcoLinux, and I think we'll soon see something that's going to break everything. Well, not break, but will make it impossible for us to do anything. So you see all these messages, right? The name change, that's because of us, what we've done. This is our thing. We've changed the name. This one is changed to this one. All we have to do is yes, yes, yes. This one is from ArcoLinux. They decided to not call it Comptom anymore, but PyCom. This is also from ArcoLinux, and here are some conflicts. We should remove something. We should decide what to do. And if you don't decide it, then you get these unresolvable package conflicts, and it's done. You're not updating anything. Now, before maybe I update it, I'm gonna go also for a mirror to get the fastest possible downloads. I want to have a fast download, right? And these are all ArcoLinux servers, not or ever ArcoLinux servers. This is all just Arch. And if we do an update again, maybe I'll get a faster download. But the problems, of course, are still there. So, yes. Yes. Replace it? Yes. Now we need to choose something. This one or that one. Remove Comptom. Okay, yes. And then we get this message. And this is the message I was waiting for. This came in from ArcoLinux. And from time to time, you will have to go to ArcoLinux. And maybe you're wondering why not ArcoLinux. Well, ArcoLinux is our basis. Is actually what we are. Is actually ArcoLinux 90%, and 10% is AOR and ArcoLinux. So it says here what to do. You see this message, DMX Proto and all that. That's this one, right? What I say is you should do this. You should run that one. So this is all we need to do. The rest is updating, and we're going to update, but in our own way. So sudo pacman, of course. Don't say it to you, but it's sudo pacman. Remove everything, which is these three packages, and we say okay, let's go ahead. Target not found. So I don't have this one, though this will be enough on this system. So it requires some common sense. Okay, that is done. Update. So a name change, that's nothing more than that. Another name change from ArcoLinux, another one from ArcoLinux, and we say remove the common one. Okay, and then we get a bunch of stuff. 1.5 gigabyte, installed 6 gigabyte, minus 125 megabyte. Okay, yes. And off we go. And we are past the hurdles that we've seen, and it's always different. It's always well, think what to do, and in this case also consult the internet. So not a bad thing to consult our ArcoLinux latest news to see if anything has changed. And the other day somebody asked, hey, Inksy is not working anymore, or this is not working anymore. Just check it out. Just type in AOR up here, Inksy, and go and have a look. Is there a problem with Inksy? Please update the checksum to match the download. Okay, so that's the problem. There's a checksum problem, and that's it, and everything works fine. If you don't know what that is, checksums, have a look at this particular application. So update package sums, you do that in a folder where there is a package build, and then it's going to update the package sum with letters too far, but inside the package build there is a checksum, and that's updated because of that little command. Right, so issues online, AOR things online, make an account please. If something is not up to date, you can flag package out of date. In the meantime, it's still updating, that's fine. How long should we go? So 45% is already done. What we can do or think about already is the fact that later on we'll need the command cp. So there is a new bash RC, and the bash RC, it it's always a pain in the ass to get the new BazRC in. So what did we do? We made a script, well, an alias, CB. CB is going to copy paste the latest BazRC over to the BazRC, and the same also inside the etc scal. So it's a long line, but it's after the scal that we do that, because we are copy pasting it from the latest and newest BazRC latest. So we need first to do the scal thing, then the CB thing, and we've done already the backup scal, but we'll do the backup scal later as well. If this one here is finished, we'll see. Anything else I can tell you in the meantime? So getting the newest servers in is a mirror. I do use these guys as well, quite often, I must say. So the N stands for nano. Nano means grub, nano LightDM, nano make init CPU, PO, and overlogout and pacman, stuff like that. For instance, the N slim thing, or the N pacman, which is more interesting. I think N pacman is more interesting. And then there's something in here for our testers. So when I ask to test something, and so look guys, there's a new package in, and you see me communicating with the beta testers. Well, the beta testers are going to do this. They're going to delete 3 hashtags and say Ctrl X, save, yes, enter, yes. And when you update, you'll see I can't at this point update because the other one is updating. But it will also include the repo testing, you see? So that's pretty easy to activate what we call the testing repos. So whenever something is needed to test, I'll not put it in the main repositories. I'll put it first in the testing, and then you can test it. RIP is also an interesting one. RIP is one of the last things. So what is has been installed, the very last package is this one, Mugshot. When I press RIP again, I guess it's done, is it? No, he's still working at it. Oh no, it's October. So October 28, nothing is installed yet. So that's interesting. If you know something is wrong, what did I install because something broke? And then you can see what packages did I get, which packages result in this, whatever you have. Later on we'll do an upall. So my routine, and that's personal of course, my routine is an update, an scal, maybe a CB if I know there's something changed in the BazRC, and then an upall. That's it, and then we're up to date. And whether it's long, it has when there's lots of months, again, if a lot of months have passed, I also check the bin folder. So there is this particular folder to stay rolling. So I'll check these guys as well. And we need to have the new one from 1911 to 1912 with a scal. It comes in, and only with a scal. Let's keep that open. We're going to need it anyway. He's installing. Alright, that's pretty much it, I think. Let's pause the video a little bit. While this is running, I thought let's visit also F12. Do we have it yet? No, at this point in time F12 is not active yet. Control, oh, it is. It's just a little bit lazy in responding. Well, I was thinking about an INC-B. So you know what I'm working on, an Asus Tech TUF 536 Plus Gaming, 64 bits. Of course, there is no 32-bit support. It's an ArcoLinux thing, American Megatrends UEFI, Intel Core i3, so not i5 or i7 or even i9, and i3, which is actually pretty good. It has 8 Gen core and so on, and we're not working on a video or anything like it. So i95, i915 XR, that's my resolution. Pretty good monitor. It's a bank thing, but I don't see any number. Maybe it's up here somewhere, but it's a good thing. And all the rest is just some information. All right, so now you know also the hardware I'm working on. In the meantime, that's done. So update, done that. Scale, next thing, right? This is when I press scale, it's going to copy paste everything over from here to here, but you don't see that, of course, because it's overwritten. So that sometimes people say my settings are gone, right? Well, if you want to keep your settings, the only thing you should do is Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. That's it. And depending on how big it is, it takes a while to copy. But this one will be your backup. And what you do is then you compare between these two, and that's okay. Oh, yep, yes to all. Skip the special stuff. Okay, so your settings are in here, and then you can do your scale thing, and you'll see and compare between afterwards and say put them back. Because often it's just 4 or 5 things. I know the icons, the themes, the cursor, stuff like that. You need to put it back. All right, backup scale is the next thing I will do because I want to learn. That's just if you want to learn. Otherwise, I wouldn't do that. But this is before the update. This is after the update. Am I saying that correctly? 12, 23. Okay, so 15 minutes between these two guys. What changed in 1 month's time or almost 2 months' time? And you compare. And all these things changed. So it's quite a bunch. So you can actually monitor what we do on your system, what changes we have made, but only in the etc scale, because there's a lot more to your computer than just a scale folder. But it gives you some idea already. And you see here the bonsai, that's gone, and the bonsai tree. So we have a new name. If you want to see the bonsai tree, you just type in bonsai tree. And there it is. But bonsai is out. Bonsai does not exist anymore because of the conflict of INXI. You've seen it in the beginning of the video. So there's Fetch, there's Star Wars, there's Unix, new stuff. And the stay rolling thing, that's important, right? All the conkeys have been changed a little bit. It's not much, but it's a little bit. Some changes here and there. Just keep rolling, we said here. And here as well, the gap is a little bit changed, height a little bit changed. So we went into the details, into the code again. We dove in and we set a little bit, changed a little bit the sizes here and there. So small things, but well, it all takes time. And you have here, instead of hint full, hint slide, RGB. So little settings, little changes. Content is out, PyCam is in, you've seen that. The command has changed, so has the file. And some for NeoFetch. Indeed, I've made the PNGs here bigger. I'm thinking I think it's 300 on 300, a little bit not bigger, and it's super nice and in the NeoFetch pop-up. Some changes in open box. Content is out, PyCam is in. Right, some file changes here and there. And here's not active, Redshift is out, gave us too much problems. And there's so much more. We've changed a little bit, made the releases out in the middle because the polybar was just too full. It was on a small laptop, it was like cramped with all the information. So one thing is less there. A new tint 2 we've made. So many things. So you can actually have a look what changed, what did we add. And there's also the PyCam desktop here that's out. Well, a little maybe interesting to see. No display is true. We don't want to see PyCam in here. PyCam is just not in here. There's no application. Yeah, we can run PyCam, If I would say no display true is false, then you would actually see an application there, which makes no sense because webcam is not needed there at all as an application. So we can do that in XFC, but we can't do that in other desktops. Okay, what's the next thing I would do? Probably the CB thing, because there's something changed. Bash RC latest. Is there something new? We can compare. And then it becomes tedious. We need to copy this over there, and we need to copy paste this over there, and we need to do this all manually. So we don't like manual labor, so we say just CB, copy the bash. No labor or manual labor necessary. CB is going to copy paste everything over. Files are identical, and we can use any of the new aliases or things we've added there. So that's the next thing I would do. Then last but not least, upall. Well, it's not last. Another thing in my head. Let's first see downgrid. Okay, in sync. Okay, okay. These two guys. Let's see. Is okay. I have two Vivaldis in this computer. I have a Vivaldi, what they call the stable one, and this is the snapshot one. So, as it happens, I have both of them. So, let's see what it's if everything is okay or not. But first we need to update. Well, that's doing its thing. Let's go to another page. And the last thing I would do is take a look at the bin folder, the stay rolling. What's the difference between the ISO of 1911 and the ISO of 1912? That's basically what this is. What is changed if you want to stay rolling and don't want to clean install? What things changed? And this is all in here in the version 3. Always take the last version. Dependency is no longer necessary. We'll see it later on after everything is installed. So the upall need to finish. This is the ArcoLinux message. So we've done that. This is something that XOR cleanup. You in the same message online on arcolinux.org. There's a link, and it shows that they are cleaning up XOR. And these guys do not exist anymore, but we'll see it later on, so I'm not going to run it now. This is because of a new package that I've created, but the package follows the number of the developer, not our number. So it's the same number, and Pacman doesn't really like that. So we need to reinstall it. Okay, so that's it. A new package, Chrome is there, ArcoLinux Chrome, to get the reflector. This is, both of these guys are there, so that every day we get a new mirror list, but then automatically without us typing mirror. And this is also the same number, so we need to install it again to have the new icons. You'll see if you are in open box and you press Super X, there are new icons there. ArcoLinux HBlock is there, which is, I suppose, not present yet here. So you'll see here another icon. So icons that are interesting is this one, fix hard-coded icons. Sometimes happens that there are icons in here that are not following the SARDI. Why? Because the developers are hard-coding an icon, and then you see the hard-coded icon, not the SARDI icon. But as you see, there is no problem here. So we're missing indeed an icon in this menu, and we'll install this one, and you'll see a new icon there. Then there were some name changes. We're going to delete this one. We'll check out if these are needed. So at this point in time, I'm not going to install them. I'm just going to see if we need it some point in time. And this is then our number. LSB release. In the meantime, that's what we're gonna run. So we are ready to run that one in a bit. But first the other well, it's not yet finished. Guys, if you're using InSync, I am the maintainer of InSync on AOR. Just flag it out of date so I know, and I'll check and make a new package build. Simple as that. So a jump from 23 to 27 here. What is it? It's a Google Drive syncer. So it is paid, however, but I suppose I started with it at the right time when the price was still very low. These two guys, we have to wait anyway. So these two guys are the best time to learn. It really is. So have a look and see, okay, the conkeys, we've seen that. The config maybe in i3, did I change something? I stopped the tuner from booting up. So normally tuner is always there. I said, what the hell? It's not needed anymore. So when you boot up i3, tuner will not be there. Then we made sure that we start up with the standard wallpaper. That's the idea. That all 15 desktops actually have the same wallpaper called Arco wallpaper. So when I change the wallpaper, everybody has the same new wallpaper, every desktop. But we'll do that, that's not so important. There's the drop down F12 to open up XFC terminal. We do like that. We're kind of addicted to it. At this point in time it's quite ugly, but that's normal. We've just done a scal. We need to stop this thing and start it again, and then it's a beautiful drop down terminal. The conky rotate is here. Control Alt, and then page down, page up. That's the next and the prior. So page down, page up, and you rotate conkeys. Okay, so these are all the changes. Then you learn. Config polybar is new. i3 status conf. I just deleted this thing because this thing is very personal. It depends on your hardware, and I do believe you get an error in VirtualBox, I suppose. I don't know anymore, but yeah, so I just deleted it out, put it away. This is a new thing. I've put it in format, muted. Here this volume is out. This volume is really muted. You see the word muted in the bar, so you know. Config, then it changes in the config. Yeah, so the new name. If you have new icons, you also have new names. That's a good thing to do. Do we have still time? No, I don't. Well, I just wanted to delete the old numbers, so everything with 250 should actually just go, or you can still use it, up to you. But on a new machine, the 250 will be, so this is etc scal, but if you go in here, everything that's old is still there, of course. We're not going to delete anything. Scal is going to overwrite things, but not delete things. So 250, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're out, and you're out, like so. And I think this one needs to go as well. Config, logo. Now we have the same what's up here and down here. Nothing has changed really, unless you apply the other one to have logos instead of ASCII code. Okay, Opal, let's have a look. Missing AOR package. So you see there are a lot of things in here, and let's get the other one. Let's put you over here, like so. And then, so libnm GTK is not in here. So this is my computer. It's a different computer than the one I have, the other computer, let's say. So, but the zip thing is here. Remove the zip thing. This is also another thing that's not present. This one we've taken account. That's this one. These two guys are out. And Yahoo is definitely needs to go. And this one I've made another decision about this one. So I've made the decision that screen key git Green Key Kit is better maintained. So this is the one I'm going to use. And if I install that one, then it's going to say it's conflicting with the other one. I'm going to say, yeah, remove the other one and install this one. So that's already one down. This message, we've also seen it in the updating video on ArcoLinux.info. So if you're new to this, every month there is always an update video. So the idea is to learn from these updates at all time and to know what's going on your system. So in this case, it's just a sudo pacman -s. There was a typo in the number. This should be 1 and it's 2. So it should be 1. So I'm just going to reinstall it. And at this point in time, you say yes. That's good that it happens. So because of the fact that it's actually the same package with another number, it says, hey, the PGP signature is incorrect. And do you want to delete it? Yes, you say. And do it again. And it's done. It's installed. So these things I can't, it's luck, right? When I can only teach these things when it happens. And it's easy. It's just installed again. And it's gone. So the var cache thing, the package is somewhere hidden on your system. And when you say yes, delete it, it's gone. And then you get the new package in and everything installs just fine. Basically. Apple. What else? So Yahoo, it's so old, it needs to go. Sudo pacman -remove. You're out. And I believe there's another one, package query, that's belonging to the same guy. They interact, they need each other. And that's that. At this point in time, I would try installing this one, the Stay Rolling version 3. So it's always common sense. It still needs a brain to update. You see, it's always different on each computer. Yahoo is now present, things like that. Okay, do you want to remove the package? Okay, fine, go ahead. So this guy was not found because we've done that. That's the message from ArcoLinux, right? We've done that separately. So that this doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's already gone. It's good news, actually. But we get on messages, hey, it says error. Yeah, it means it's okay. It's super news. It's already gone. All right. This one should go. So they cleaned out some packages. You'll still have a mouse and a keyboard, right? But the package is no longer existing. And this one should go as well. So yes, yes, yes. So target not found means it's already gone. And Control T, you are now at 1912.15. So the last thing it does is make sure that it gets this number. So HBlock is here now. We can have a look at HBlock as well. We can have a look here. This is AdBlock. This is HBlock. HBlock blocks every bad adware website out there, and is going to protect you from all the rubbish in the advertising and all that. So 117,000 block domains. So we're really having a total different internet experience or browser experience without all the advertising. So when I do an up all, what's left? I still have these two guys left. So missing AOR, what does it mean? Yay, lib nm gtk. No packages match search, which means this package is no longer on ArcoLinux, on ArcoLinux, and on AOR. It's nowhere to be seen. Sudo pacman -r. And if you remove it, and he's not complaining, not going to say, hey, this package is needs that package and dependencies, you just can't remove it. The Python 2 thing. And why is this happening? Well, for instance, applications that progress, you get a new update in, but the new update doesn't require the package anymore. But the package is already installed, so it's not going to be uninstalled. It's going to be left on your system, but it's not needed for the application anymore. So things like that. Those things happen. That's great. Well, just be vigilant and say, okay, if I have this image up all and everything is up to date, you're up to date. And you can finally reboot, but I can't, of course, with a video. But you should reboot, because there probably is gonna be a kernel in there, because this is 5.3.7. all right, maybe a last thing. I don't often go to that. In the var cache pacman packages, is there a Linux kernel in there? There is 4.19.2. Look at that, 4.28, 537, 546. So when I reboot, I'll get this one, the 5.46 ISO kernel, and that will show in NeoFetch. So that's how you know what's going to be installed. All the cache, all the files you've downloaded are there in this var cache thing. That's it for me, guys. Another update video. It's always something new, and do have a look, because if you watch them all together on the playlist, you'll see that your knowledge and your trust in the system becomes bigger, because you have seen it all, and you know what to do in what occasion, and what and how to think, and to throw away the pieces of the puzzle, or to keep them, etc. Decisions to yes and no, to make the right decision. And of course, I can't say it enough, because unfortunately somebody told me that he bricked his system, and he tried to fix this thing here for where is ArcoLinux? Tried to fix this thing with his own command, and bricked his system. So if there is a problem, check here. Otherwise, come and check out on Discord. Come and check on Telegram. So I do invite you to come over and ask us if there is a problem. If you have a problem, you say, okay, I can't. What is this particular message? Then you can have a look here. So this is where you should go. All right. Cheers for now.